Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Thomas of Woodstock, and we get to hear from King Richard II today in Act 2, Scene 2, which has become a rather contentious scene. In this scene, we are at Parliament, and this is a parliamentary gathering that the uncles pulled together without Richard's knowledge, which he's a bit upset about, but they brought him in and they were like, we need you to listen to some things, and your people are about to mutiny against you because they don't like the way that you're running the country. They don't like the advice that you are getting from your flatterers, from those guys, Bushy, Bag of Green, Scroop, and Tressilian. And it's mostly Thomas, of course, saying this because the other ones are a little milder, and plain Thomas tells it how it is. So Richard is like, I don't want to listen to what you have to say anymore. I have this question that I need to ask. And he spins a story about a rich man who is holding on to the inheritance that this poor man's son is supposed to get. And he's like, is that legal for him to hold on to it? And they're all like, no, that's his inheritance. The poor man's son gets it. And Richard's like, haha, I caught you all. I am the poor man's son, and you are the rich man, and what you've been withholding from me are England, Ireland, and France. My birthright. I'm supposed to be king because I'm old enough, and I don't need a Lord Protector anymore. So Thomas is like, you know what? Here, take the protectorship. I don't want it anymore. This was a huge burden that I was carrying, and I'm glad to give it over. Like, go, be king. I hope you're good at it. I hope that everything works out well. So after he has stepped down from this position and everybody has, there's some pomp and circumstance, he goes to sit on the throne and they re-give him the crown. So he's almost like he's being coronated again. He is up in front of everyone and he says, "We thank ye all." Sits down. So now we feel ourselves. Our body could not fill this chair till now. 'Twas scanted to us by protectorship. But now we let ye know King Richard rules, and will elect and choose, place and displace such officers as we ourself shall like of. And first, my lords, because your age is such as pity 'twere ye should be further pressed with weighty business of the common weal, we here dismiss ye from the council table, and will that you remain not in our court. Deliver up your staves, and hear ye, Arundel, we do discharge ye of the admiralty. Scroop, take his office and his place in council. So King Richard goes up to sit on the throne and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my butt groove going in this whole throne seat. And then he's like, uncles, oh, you're so lovely, but you're so old. So please retire right now. I will accept your resignations in the form of just handing over your staffs of council. And Arundel, you're not in charge of the admiralty anymore. Scroop is going to do that. So Scroop is going to be on my council in your place. So the uncles, York and Langley, are both like, okay, here's my staff. I give this over. And Thomas is like, this is like everything is upside down and everything is backwards. And Green is like, hey, watch what you're saying. And Thomas is like, you specifically, get out of my face, flatterer. Get out of my face or I will cut you. Just go. And he turns to Richard and he's like, the country has been ruled by knowledgeable men for centuries, and now we're going to be run by a bunch of kids that don't know what they're doing? What is up with that? And King Richard is like, give me your staff. And of course, Thomas is going to give us a monologue instead tomorrow. So I'll see you then for that. Mwah.